board is up. So before I started streaming, I put down my other claim, the attached claim, and I had a big tree on it, and they have fixed all the trees and rocks and stuff to basically be like props. So I made it into a gigantic tree. So it's like the world tree in my backyard. I'm gonna go and bring it back down to size. That is the biggest tree you can get, and that is as small as you can get it. I'm curious. Let's see here. Rotate. That has some neat creative ideas that you can do with this. Build like a platform on top of this or something. Let me just put it farther under the ground and make it bigger. Put my crafting stuff on here. I don't know. Maybe not. Put the tree the way it's supposed to be. Kind of at a crazy angle here. I bet I could have it like be at an angle over my claim. Whoa. Now I can climb up the tree. That's pretty nifty here. Oh shit, almost fell. Oh no. Let's see here. Pick up. I just picked it up. It should be in my inventory as a prop now. Unless that's a bug. Well, that's kind of sad. I picked it up and it's like it deleted it. Alright, well, if you want to keep your big trees, don't pick them up because you won't actually get them. That's pretty, unless it's in here. I mean, I doubt it would be in here. Yeah, that sucks. Hold on, Control Z. No such luck. My big tree is gone forever. That stinks because I could have like maybe made a big tree house or something, and instead I ruined it and got rid of it. But here's my attached claim. As you can see, I got a pretty nasty slope on my main claim, and this here it tapers off where it's pretty flat. It's not too bad, so I could do some cool stuff over here. I had no idea what I want to build next. Maybe like a ship or something. But next week they said they're going to allow, or they're going to try and fix the permissions on the claims. And I know I've got some guildies who would love to do a joint project. They also they did some work on microvoxels. Microvoxels, if you don't know, so when you take some blocks and you smooth them down. Speaking of smoothing down, there's supposed to be a new smooth tool. Let me go and see if I can craft that or whatnot before I even get into the microvoxels. Let's see. Okay, so I can make the trees now, but when I pick it up, it doesn't go into my inventory. Tundra fir. These are the ones that just destroy your frame rate when you go close to them. Large tundra grove tree. Huge old growth tree 1. Pretty cool. And they got rocks and stuff. They added all the props, which is good. It's going to make some claims look just amazing. People are going to be able to make stuff just look real. Nice vines and stuff. Alright, what I wanted to do though is get building tool. Smooth tool, that's what I have that already. Let's see if there's another one here. Just crafting station. Unless I change the entire smooth tool to completely get rid of voxels. Let's find out. So I'm going to just make along the line. I think it's dirt. There, I got some stuff floating in the air now. Gotta hold down shift now in order to use the move thing. And if so notice on my cursor is on the closest side of the block. If I press Control, it goes to the far side. So they really, I really like what they did. It allows you, I mean, and with that, when you push Shift, you get to move it. Before it was always there. So if it was small and you were trying to click on these little squares here, you'd constantly be clicking on the move tool. So that latest fix is awesome. So I'm going to click on my smooth tool. Everything's selected. Smooth, smooth, smooth. And you can see it getting nice and tiny. And from what I read, if I keep smoothing, it should completely disappear. Now it's just like a sliver. That's like the smallest I've seen. Boom. Oh, it goes even smaller. It's just like a little tiny hair now. And now it's gone. There's nothing there. Let's bring it back. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, that just makes the possibilities nearly limitless. So let's go jack up my roof and like see what happens here, like when I dick around with it. So I'm gonna see, put it into the orb, make it big, and just go 1. Oh wow, yeah. So that just ate it up. Got little holes and stuff. So very powerful, but it's also can really mess your stuff up. Control Z, fix that up. Let's see what happens if I do it over here. Nothing's happening because I didn't really smooth this out a whole lot. Mostly because it was already flat. I said Control Z a whole bunch of times. Whatever here, what happens? Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. But over here it's so thin, just one click, and you oh, that actually made it nice and actually kind of better, other than this hole there. So what I'm gonna try and do is this. Go to wood, go to the wood shingle thing here. I'm gonna do this. Boop, once here, once over here. Ooh, see that really smooths out pretty good over there. But now I've got these holes, so I'm gonna fill this in. And by the way, when I initially made this, I made it with the line tool, which is a very awesome tool. And when you're using this, it's okay if it's like sticking out a bunch and whatnot. When you smooth it, it should really it gets flat pretty easily. That's sticking up there, it shouldn't be a big issue. Okay, plop that there. Just to make sure I don't just make more holes. Now let's give that a try. Excuse me. Boom. 1, 2. Do some more filling in. And if the more I click this, it will eventually completely disappear, as you saw before. So, try to fill in a little bit more here. Thing is, I can only do this so many times before eventually they'll all start having holes everywhere. It's not really looking super awesome here. I'm kind of definitely experimenting. The more I experiment, though, it means the farther I get away from just using Control Z to recover. So I pretty much completely destroyed my roof. Let's see how far back I can go on in regards to recovering it. That's as far as it goes. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to erase a section of this. There should be a way to make this stick on top and not be so aggressive. Maybe not. Oops. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm giving the line tool a place to sit. Then I can go bring it down here and try and fix these parts that are messed up. And that doesn't look particularly good or anything, but once I smooth it, hopefully it should maybe fix it. Because right now, like earlier, I smoothed so much of it that it just has no substance, so it almost immediately gets holes everywhere. So I'm just basically filling it in with some giant thick voxels. And now that that's done, now we'll try and smooth it and see if it looks a little better. Oh, I think I got a hole. Let's not touch that spot anymore. And to be honest, I mean, this probably looked better before I dicked around with it. It was already pretty decent. And now that I've screwed it up. But it's okay, it's all gonna get wiped eventually anyways. And it's for experimenting with a new tool. Well, it's not a new tool, but it's a they changed it, how it works. And honestly, I like it, but there's certain things that like I wish you could toggle between those modes, because it's nice to be able to just smooth everything in excess, but it will never disappear all the way, so you don't get like holes when you're trying to do like a roof like I'm trying to do. I'm getting back right to where I was before with getting holes everywhere. Right there. Sometimes it's hard to get into the little nooks and crannies that you're trying to put stuff in. Let's try this again now that I added some stuff. I'm sure I'll probably just get more holes. Boop. Yep, look at that, more holes. So, new smoothing tool, super powerful, also super debilitating. So, later on I'm gonna go look and see if there's a way to change the mode, where you essentially can go back to the original, where it won't just destroy everything that you've got. Like here, I just keep clicking and it'll just pretty much completely eat away my roof. But before, I could just smooth continuously until I basically got as small as possible, and that would actually result in a pretty nice product. Plus, I mean, I've got a big giant sphere. I could be trying to get most of this, but there's some area on, like, let's say the left, that I don't really want to smooth until it disappears. So, yeah, new powerful tool. Overall, I don't like it. I think they should be separate, or at least be able to change the modes. And it's a good chance that they have that already, and I just don't know about it. But let's stick around with some microvoxels. So, earlier they said, like, maybe a couple of weeks ago, that microvoxels were a mistake that happened. That was cool, but they weren't going to support it. Well, they just lied. I think they changed their mind, because microvoxels are awesome, and I think they've realized that. So they actually just did a patch, or one of the bug fixes was an improvement to microvoxels. So let's go and just stick around and see what kind of cool stuff we can make. Oh, so interesting. Liquid is ice and tundra ice here. Snow. Dirty tundra snow. Let's go with ice. We'll go with tundra ice just for fun, just because it's new. Plop one voxel down. Select it. Control C. We'll call Control X. Control V. Plop it up in the air a little bit. I'll do some of the stuff that I've seen some of the developers do on their channels. I already messed it up. It's supposed to go here. I probably should have smoothed this already. The new smoothing tool kind of messes with the micro voxels because they don't look like they did before. Okay, clearly I put that in the wrong spot. One of the things I recommend is don't move your mouse. Well, I made that mistake. I moved my mouse. So now it's hard to kind of get a good grip on where you are. See, that's slightly off. Slightly off again. Getting closer. And again, I keep doing what I'd say not to do, which is move your mouse. Okay, I got it in the right spot, but obviously I didn't do something right. They're maybe a little bit too close to each other. So let's try this again, but this time I won't move my mouse all over the place. Boom, that's the thing that they made. So that's pretty nifty there. And I can go and select this, put it somewhere. Stick on my wall, made a cool little decoration. It's kind of sticking out though. Let's see if what happens if I put it in a little bit. So that right there, it actually put it inside the wall. Ooh, it made it a window. It made a window, so that's how they do it. Neat. Now I just need to make a larger, grander version of that and not have it made of ice. Let's go and let's do this again. And let's go make it out of something different. Personally, I love obsidian, so we're gonna go with polished obsidian, and it does because it doesn't use a lot of it anyways. All right, so this time I'm not gonna move my mouse all over the place. I'm just gonna use the tools provided to move everything around. Oh, I forgot one important thing. You have to smooth it down. Oh, totally messed all that up because I moved my mouse like I said I wasn't going to. Let's just remove that altogether. Alright. So 2 clicks and they're already tiny. Let's make them even tinier. They're pretty much just microscopic now. Now I've got to try and get my mouse back where it was. I think that's it. It's cool, so I made that. That worked out. I was able to extend it. There, now I got a cool little cross thing there. Let's see what other stuff happens if you go like that. Don't really like that. But let's see what happens if we go. Nope. Control Z, Control Z. Don't like it. So let's try and extend it even more. And now let's try and stick it in the middle. See, actually that looks kind of neat, but didn't do it right. Something kind of got messed up. There we go. One there. I think it's just... Now let's do it in this portion of it. Alright, that's what I want. So now let's select it. Make sure. Yep, perfect. Copy it. Let's go make our window over here. Looks like I tried to make a window over here in the past and screwed it up. It's a good height. So I just did the outside of it, like a decoration on the wall, which is not what I'm trying to go for. I'm trying to go for this. So now I've got a cool little window. Neat. So it looks pretty cool, but let's do something else. Let's make a like a window sill so it doesn't look so kind of busted up, because you can see there's little gaps in there. I don't really like that. So let's see about using some. Let's go all be big ballers and use burled wood. Let's go with horizontal grain. Make it the same No, make it a little longer than the window. 1 voxel longer. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think I gotta do more than that. So now we're gonna select it. I wonder if they fixed the buffer where you don't have to do it anymore. Not really sure. Next time I do it, I will try and see if I no longer require the buffer. There, I didn't want to do it too much. I'm just gonna do it basically one smooth tool click. Control C, Control V. And it appears I'm like 1 voxel off. It should be 1 less. So let's go over here and delete one of these, which of course makes it not look like it's supposed to. So I'm going to do it all over. In fact, why don't we just do this? Neat effect. That's pretty neat looking. Okay, let's not do it there. That's not working. That looks about right. Ooh, I've got a visitor. My wave didn't really work out because I'm sitting here building. Let's see if they eliminated the need for a buffer. Looked like it worked to me. She's checking out my cabinets, which are still messed up. Haven't fixed those yet. The doors don't open. They don't open properly. Alright, so kind of made it look kind of funky. Let's try and drop it down a little lower. I don't think that's going to work. I don't know if that's a desired effect or not. Let's see what happens if I put it on the other side too. Yeah, don't like this. They need to enable flying on your claims for that very reason there. That actually looks kind of cool now. If you do it on both sides, cool enough where I will just leave it like that. Now the real thing is, what if I do it all around it? It'll actually look even cooler. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, it wasn't all the way against the... There's the same desired effect. Right there, I believe it is. I think that's it. Let's go inside and see. Yeah, that's it right there. Now let's rotate it again. I don't know how this is going to work with the edges there. I think it's going to look cool. And that's that. Let's take a good look at it now. I personally think that is a badass looking window. So I'm going to keep it. And not only am I going to keep it, I'm going to template it, put it all over the place. Control C. Looks like that worked out. If I put a window here, there's just nothing but mountain. Over here, there should be some area to look at. Boom. I mean, eventually I'm going to template this whole place. And let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? No, I think it needs to go over one more. There we go. Oh, okay, so I used burled wood, which of course we all know about that. So I've run out of burled wood, so we're going to stick with, there we go, that's it. There's some windows. Actually though, I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to stick it up here. So I've got a second story window. Oh, I totally screwed that up. Needs to go in one. Much better. So I mean, that was one of my, I think that's the second thing I've ever done with microvoxels. The first thing I did was this railing, and I actually made this railing before I even knew that microvoxels had entered the game accidentally, and I made this railing with the where it sticks out like that accidentally, and I loved it. The little cross here, I watched the devs on a live stream, and I thought it was pretty cool. There's a lot more cool things you can do with microvoxels. I still got my little ice cubes sitting up here. Gonna get rid of them. Goodbye. Oh, let's see what to do next. Actually, I think I'm starting to get pretty hungry right now, so I think I'm gonna call it quits for now. I was really hoping to have a lot more harvesting involved, but I was unable to find any mithril. I wanted to really get started on the next tier of progression, where I can make the next forge, which is the which one is it? Crafting station, alabaster forge. But no mithril, no mithril ingots, so no dice. But right now I don't care about that. I care about flying. I want to be able to fly on my claim. It's not broken. There's nothing wrong with it. The devs are keeping it to themselves. Not cool, devs. You even fly on your live streams to taunt us. Enough of that. Give us flying. And as a last note, if you enjoyed watching this, please subscribe, follow, whatever. And have an excellent